Hey guys, welcome back to the Chase Down. Today we're doing another draft prospect breakdown. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button and leave a comment down below what you want me to talk about next. Today we're going to talk about Scottie Barnes, a guard forward out of Florida State. A guy can kind of play multiple positions. Uh, he's 6'9", 227, 7'2" wingspan. At Florida State, he averaged 10.3 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, 1.5 steals, half a block, 2.5 turnovers, shot 50% from the field, 27.5% from three, and 62% from the line. First, we're going to talk about his offense, then we're going to talk about his defense, and then we'll talk about how he fits with the Thunder. So let's get started with his offense. He has great playmaking ability, potential to be like a point forward type of player. The dude is just a fast break machine. He loves to just grab a defensive rebound and just immediately take it and run the floor, either make it an outlet pass. And the dude just continually pushes in transition. He's always looking to get some points off the turnovers and just cause a fast break. He's able to take the ball himself and handle the ball, take it down the court, and then either get a strong layup himself or find the right guy on the fast break, either for the corner three or just right by the basket. But for his half court offense, his half court offensive ability needs a little bit of improvement, but he can handle the ball. He can drive to the basket, get his own shot. Uses his long strides to get around the defenders. Uses this, and when he's guarded by a smaller player, he's able to use his strength to punish those smaller defenders inside. He doesn't like to post up too much, but when he does, he is able to either score or pass out of it. He's really good. He's a really good passer. I could see if he does develop a post game, if he plays more of a power forward or a small forward spot on whatever team he gets drafted by. If he ends up developing a post game, then he could be a really good passer out of the post. He has a really good eye on offense. He's kind of he will probably be like a point forward type of guy, not really a point guard. He just has that good eye to find the open teammate that's either making a cut or sitting right by the basket for those just sneaky layups. That's one thing he's just really good at. He did have a pretty nice floater game. If you go watch his high school highlights, he didn't really hit too many of his floaters though in college. He does have a nice shot form, even though he only shot 27% from three. 62% from the line. He has a nice shot form. He just needs to make it a little bit more fluid, a little robotic and stiff, and maybe speed it up a little bit. I think if he can clean those up, then his potential to be a decent 3-point shooter. Fine, somewhere around 32% would be just fine for him. The way he plays defense, and if he does develop either a nice post game down low where he ends up being a decent spot up shooter, he could just be a really solid 2-way guy. Emphasis on the defense, but still just a really solid 2-way player. He does seem like a guy. People compare him to Draymond, and I think that's a pretty good comparison. He does seem like a guy who like Draymond, will have seasons where he has a really good offensive season, and then he might have a season where he just didn't do so hot on offense. I think he's going to be that type of guy where just up and down seasons on offense, but the consistency on defense will keep him in the lineup. But that's about all you can say about his offense. Likes to handle the ball. You can run the offense through him, and he's a good playmaker. Just needs to improve, either develop a post game. He does put up some wild layups, or develop a 3-point shot, and then if he can do that, then he can be a solid 2-way player. But right now he's just kind of more of a defensive player. But his offense can always get better. So now let's talk about his defense. The potential to be just an elite lockdown defender, sky high. Like this dude's defense is amazing. He can guard 1 through 4. Potentially, able to guard 1 through 5, depending on who that center is, or if he gets stronger as his career goes along. Either way, he's a great communicator. He can switch on any screen. He's able to just be the captain on defense. Just like the middle linebacker, just conducting everybody where to go. That Florida State defense was just a perfect system for him. He was able to just the IQ on defense is amazing. He's able to move everybody around, switch on screens, switch to the on ball, just able to switch onto a different guy if he wants to guard the guy with the ball. Just the way he's able to do it is really smooth. He uses his length to his advantage. He's not a huge shot blocker, but he's excellent at just contesting shots, disrupting shots. That's his length is what really makes it easy for him to guard a guy who's faster than him. He can back off, give some space, and if that guy wants to shoot, he can still get there and contest a shot. But he's not just gonna let him go right by him. He's pesky on defense, just good at playing the passing lanes. Average 1.5 steals per game. And if you go and watch him, the interview he did with ESPN, him studying his tape, he knows immediately once he sees a play where he did something wrong, he knows exactly what he needs to fix. And I think that's huge for guys watching film. For this defense, for that young of a guy to just be ready to, fix that one thing he got wrong in the game, on the defensive end is huge. I think his IQ, he can be just the potential of being an elite lockdown defender is just awesome. I think that's the big appeal with Scottie Barnes. He can guard those small, faster guards. He can guard them full court. He was picking guards up full court even when the rest of his team was just playing half court defense. Just able to just disrupt the offense, not let them set up their plays, and just keep the flow of the offense that they want, and just kind of ruin their flow of the game. Changes the momentum towards his team. Even when he's trailing on a fast break, he's able to get back, stop the transition, get in front of the guy with the ball. You see a couple plays, where Florida State's down kind of big, and he wants to kind of change the momentum. He's able to get back on defense, stop the transition, don't let them get easy points, make them work for their points. He's not a guy that just gives up on plays. He's just that high energy defensive playmaker, that Draymond-like type guy. That's kind of how he is on defense. Really love his defense. And now we can go and talk about his fit with the Thunder. That's why we're all here. The fit with the Thunder, he can be used as a secondary playmaker to Shea on the offensive side. He can benefit from those dribble handoffs at the top of the key, like Steven Adams and Al Horford. I think, him being able to play multiple positions, he had some much needed length on the wing. We do have a lot of wings, and we have some solid wing players. But I think we just really need a long defender type guy, and Scottie Barnes really fits that role. He can guard the bigger players that, Dort. Even though Dort's still a really solid defender, no matter who he's guarding, if he's less effective against a bigger player, then Scottie Barnes can step in and guard that guy, and then Dort can guard, one of the guards. And, just in general on defense, just takes pressure off Dort on the defensive end. If Dort's having a really good offensive game, Scottie can step in, guard the best offensive player on the other team, and takes pressure off Dort on that end. He gives the Thunder the ability to run some multiple just like small ball lineups. You can have him at the 4, you can have him at the 5 if you're playing like a really small ball lineup, and he still be able to play some good defense. And I think just in general, he just gives the Thunder better defense, which, with the rebuilding young team is going to be a much needed thing. If you got Dort and Scottie Barnes out there, that's really solid defense for a young team like the Thunder. Anyways, that's about all I got on Scottie Barnes. I'm not a pro scout. Just from watching his highlights, watching other scouting videos, it's just kind of what you pick up on with Scottie Barnes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. Comment down below what you want me to talk about next. You got a guy you want me to do a scouting video on? Hey, I can do that for you. Just hit that like and the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.